In this video, you'll learn how to install a Joomla template. Once you've found the right template for your project, it's time to install it. There are three ways to install a Joomla template. You can install the template file on its own. You can install a template bundle, which includes the template file plus supporting files, or you can install using something called a Quickstart package. Here's a screenshot of the various download options for the Afterburner 2 template that I found on the Rocket Theme website. This dialog shows files for all three types of template installations. Let me quickly review each type. The first method is to install a single template file into an existing Joomla website. This is the simplest method. Just make sure you download a template file that's compatible with your version of Joomla. Another option is to install the template file together with supporting files. With some templates, you'll need to download the template file plus separate supporting files. Sometimes each would be in a separate zip folder and you would need to install the supporting files first. Other times, both parts are bundled together in a single zip folder and are installed at the same time. This will be the case here when I demonstrate the Afterburner 2 template a bit later, and you can see that would be the second example right here. Afterburner 2 template bundled with Gantry. Gantry is the supporting files. Yet other times, a single zip folder is labeled itself that it must be extracted first before you can use it. You would unzip the file to extract another zip file inside that you would use instead. Hopefully the template publisher will make this clear, but if you find that after installation you're getting an error like this one here, framework missing or missing files, it could mean that there are more files to install. Now the third option is to install an all-in-one Quickstart template package. A Quickstart package is a single compressed file that installs both Joomla and the template in one fell swoop. Not all publishers provide Quickstart packages, and these are not useful if you've already installed Joomla. For those publishers that do provide Quickstart template packages, the installation process will vary from publisher to publisher, so I won't demonstrate this technique here. But the basic process is the same for all of them. You would first download the Quickstart package from the template developer. Then you'd work through the installation instructions. These will be similar to those that you followed when you installed Joomla back in Lesson 2. Always make sure you install the sample data. And then 4, when the installation is complete, you'll have a working Joomla website that looks pretty much exactly the same as the demo version on the developer's website. Here in this dialog, the publisher has rebranded their Quickstart package Rocket Launcher. So you can see there's two rocket launchers, one for Joomla 3.3 and the other one for Joomla 2.5. Both will use a single file to install Joomla, the template, the required CSS framework to make the template work, and supporting source files. Now the install procedure for methods 1 and 2 are just about identical. You would just be installing different files. So let me demonstrate the procedures for both of these methods. I've gone ahead and downloaded all the necessary files. There is the Afterburner template by itself. There's the bundle, and there are the source files. For this example, I'm going to use the bundle file, but the process will be exactly the same as if you were using the standalone template. To follow along with my examples, you can either use these same files or use another template file that you've downloaded from one of the free Joomla template sources that I listed previously. So the first step is to browse to the download page for the template. As we saw previously, for the Afterburner 2 template, there are 5 available download files. Let me review each one. The first file here is the standalone template. They use the word standalone, which is actually a good description. This is simply the template file without supporting files. Now we can't use this one because the template needs supporting files to work. The second file, they've labeled bundled, is the file which includes both the template and the needed supported framework files. This is the one that we want. Now if you previously used another template from this same publisher, you would already have the framework files and would not need to download the framework again. In this case, you would simply download the first template file. The third option is the Quickstart package that this publisher refers to as Rocket Launcher. This is not helpful here since we've already installed Joomla. Notice the next one is also Rocket Launcher, but this one is for installing Joomla 2.5. Now there's yet another file called Template Image Sources. This contains the logo graphics. We want this one so we can customize the logo. And then the last file, the fifth file, is the Gantry framework for Joomla. We would only use this if we wanted to try out several templates from the same publisher. This is not the case here, so we'll ignore this one. So for this example, we're going to download the template bundle and the image source files. Now, if you're using a template file from a different publisher, these file designations may differ slightly, so read the documentation for your particular template. So to install the actual template, you want to go to the Extensions Extension Manager. Again, templates are technically extensions, so you're going to install them from this manager right here. Go ahead and click on the Choose File. Simply browse to the location of the template file. In this case, I'm going to do the Afterburner 2 bundle file. Notice that it's a zip file. You don't want to unzip those files here. Let Joomla unzip them for you. Once you've made sure that the correct file is labeled here in the extension package file area, click on the Upload and Install button, and Joomla will go through the process of extracting all the needed files, installing the template, and in this case, installing all the support files as well. Here, you get a bunch of messages that installation was successful. In this case, the Gantry library, the Gantry component, the Gantry system plugin installation, the Afterburner 2 template itself, an extra plugin extension, and a new menu module. You'll also see a message here. Please check install details for any issues that occurred. Now that the new template has been installed, you need to make it the new active template. You'll do this from the Template Manager. From the Extensions menu, choose Template Manager. And as demonstrated previously, go ahead and click on the star in the default column next to the template. You'll get a message, default style successfully set. Now the moment of truth, let's go ahead and look at the new site rendered in the new template. Now depending on the template that you installed, your website will either look a little bit different or dramatically different than it did before. Either way, your site will probably not look exactly the same as the template demonstration on the publisher's website. This is where you'll need to refer to your template documentation to see what you can easily change in your new template. Let's move on to the next video so I can show you where to look and some things to do to make some basic changes to your new template.